Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. If you're with us this morning, that's the good news. Hallelujah. God is good. We're in a trade here on the Haymaker. Before we get to the CFTC, let's see how this goes. It's going right into the open. Got a trade on the Haymaker pre-market. And that signal B has come right up over the radar this morning. Let's see if we can get some follow-through here to the downside. Good morning, Rao. Good morning, Marcy. Thank you for joining me. We're showcasing the AI Auto Trader, fully automated strategies that run on NinjaTrader 8. And this trade is right into the bell. You can see the 30 range signal B, which is the trade that you see live now, but we've already pulled in about $270 in profits on this strategy. Let's see if we can get this to go our way. It's pushing. Low volume. I really don't like to trade right into the open, but the strategy did like this setup. And there goes the bell, and it wicked us out. So I just want to take a minute just to put my disclaimer up. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, we do recommend that you always consult with a licensed financial advisor. Okay. Let's take a look real quick at the Forex Factory. The opening bell just rang. Got a nice early start. And today's my rubber match. So let's go right to Forex Factory. We always want to be cognizant of what news reports are coming out. It's a very news-driven market. And you can see we got a red folder that came out this morning at 8:30. We've got PMI at 10 o'clock. Be very careful at 10 o'clock. We have natural gas storage, 10:30. Crude inventory, 11. So a big day as far as news reports go. And we will govern ourselves accordingly. PMI 945 and 10, which is coming right up. And I always like to take a look at the what have you done for me latelys. So give me just a second. And let's take a quick look at our NASDAQ strategies just over the last few weeks. Ooh, the ES one-day pass, 625. Wow, 3150 NASDAQ. It's news trading. Great job. So what have you done for me lately? Well, I can tell you the NASDAQ 30-range Haymaker is red hot. Red hot. From the 26th to the 4th, it's up $3,200, trading just one contract. When is it doing it? The biggest green bar I have is right now between 9:30 and 10. So I think looking at that, even though the Haymaker today isn't on top of the leaderboard, it's been a really solid strategy. So I'm going to give that a play from 9:30 to 10, right into the news report, right before the news report starts. Just looking at that performance metric, this is our signal B. Our signal B is in this trade now. This one seems to like this trading environment, though. Let's see if we can break this area of resistance. Going to retest it. Good volume. Good volume at the open. Broke it. Here we go. This is one of our most exciting strategies. You can see my retirement plan up in the top is in big time. Our stop just went to plus 11. And now we're continuing. Okay, we got wicked out. Okay, so that what have you done for me lately? The Haymaker comes right up to the top of my list. Last couple weeks, it's up $3,200. I like to go with the numbers. So what I could do is I can unlock this, and I'll switch out my leader account, and I'm going to go right in for the Haymaker at 9:30 to about 10. And I'll shut it off right before that news report. I'm going to reset that strategy. The market's really flying. Oop, popped me in. So it did jump in the Haymaker really quick. Wasn't ready for that one. So normally I like the market to settle down a little, but I enabled it and it popped me right in. Let's see if we can get some legs here and hit our target. Go ahead. Go ahead, Haymaker. Do it. Do it. Do it. Order submitted. Nice trade. I went ahead and took profits at 500. So very quickly, I find myself on the sidelines with a quick $1,000 win. Had I let it continue, this is what would have happened. I have a bad habit of closing my positions too early. Good morning. There's my daughter. No glasses. Good morning, sweetheart. Okay, nice trade. So just like that, in very quick order, I went back and I looked at my strategies that are running the best. I popped my Apex accounts onto the Haymaker because I see that hold on one sec. My little girl's home from school. Order submitted. Okay, sorry about that. So very quickly, we were able to jump in on that haymaker move, and we pulled in a nice winner. The what have you done for me lately? So let's continue because I think this is important. If I check off all of my haymakers on the signal A's, I like to just look at the analysis, and it's really been doing well from 9:30 to 10. It has $4,500 in profits. With the new update that's coming out, this system is going to automatically turn on during the peak times of the session for each individual strategy. So there's going to be no more discretion with having to look and see and and taking time to find the strategy to trade. It's going to automatically trade the one that's doing the best at that specific time of the day. I just so happen to have caught it today that the haymaker is red hot between 9:30 and 10. And today was no exception. We jumped into that beautiful long trade and were able to catch that move. On my 2-minute, on the retirement plan, almost the same time, I was looking at it this morning. It likes that pre-market 9 to 10 window. So there's really no other time of the day that I would want to trade the retirement plan. Looking at the numbers, looking at the data, and all of our decisions are data-driven with this AI auto trader. So automatically with the new update, this is only going to trade the haymaker between 9 and 10. And that'll change, and this will optimize itself automatically. So the what have you done for me lately? Well, the retirement plan the last few weeks, between 9 and 10, has over $5,000 in profits trading one contract. Okay, that's a combination of all of my 2-minute signal A strategies. They're all the same entries. So those came out on top. Let's take a look at some of the others just to see how they're doing. Our crude oil 1-day pass between 8:30 and 9 has been doing well. Our signal A on crude really has not been doing well, with one exception. Between 8:30 and 9. Between 8:30 and 9, crude oil on this signal A does well. We're already past our window on that one. On signal B, about 9 to 9:30. So with the new update, it's going to automatically trade crude oil at those times only. It's going to do a little bit of a further look back than what I'm doing. The haymaker jumped right back in. And we're still between 9:30 and 10, so it's still a good time. Let's take a look at the ES. On the 1-day pass, we had one winner, it looks like, in the 9:30 window. Cash registers struggling these last few weeks. Our signal A's on the cash register is a good strategy to stay away from. So our system would not take trades on that specific strategy. It has better options. The signal B, on the other hand, is doing a lot better. At that 11 o'clock window, I always look at the ES right around 11, 10:30, 11 for a trend trade. That report is getting ready to come out now. The 6-unit Renko on the drone, the Signal C drone, only trades between 9:30 and 10. Let's take a look at Steven. NQ8U. Oh, the bot. That signal B has been hot. The drone is in a trade. Okay, let's keep going. We've got two news reports coming out, 9:45 and 10. Crude inventories today. We got a lot of news reports. The gold nugget. You can see the gold nugget has some nice windows of opportunity here. With the exception of between 10 and 11:30, that hour and a half, if we eliminate that, the gold nugget looks very good this week, these last couple weeks. We did the NASDAQ, the Russell on the 10U. I have a strategy that's in testing, that runs the Russell on a 10 Unarenko with a signal C entry. It performs very much like the Unarenko, the 20U on the NASDAQ. It's a really consistent, it's been extremely consistent. I can go back, I've been testing this for months, and I've kind of time optimized it to the afternoon. And you can see on my summary, it really hasn't taken a losing trade over the last few weeks. All winners.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
The Russell we have trading a signal A, a very tight window. And we have a few strategies on the YM as well. The Dow Diamond, take out that 10 to 10. Whoa, look at that. That news report must have just hit. 9:45. That was the first report.
Order submitted.
But I think it was pretty easy to see, which are the powerhouses. We do have a diversified portfolio of strategies, but we have our most powerful ones, and the data proves that it's this haymaker strategy. This 30 range is a real moneymaker. The 2-minute retirement plan early does well. The ES 5-minute at around 11, a little later in the afternoon, does extremely well. Remember, we only need one strategy. We only need one. At times we have 3 or 4 or 5 that are really crushing it. Nice, Marcia. I see we're in this gold trade. Rao loves to trade gold. Oops, sorry about that. Let me get back to the right edge. So the 9:45 report came out, but I know we have another right behind it at 10. Final services PMI 9:45. That one just hit. And we've got PMI, ISM services PMI, the red folder.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Ral, you're always asking me for Steven. Here's a Steven trade for you. This is a strategy that is our single day record holder. And when this one gets hot, man, there's no stopping it. It's a pretty aggressive strategy. Me being conservative by nature, I shy away from it. But we have members, in fact, one, Steven, who's the strategy's kind of named after, has been having tremendous success with it. Excuse me.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Wow, the market's really flying.
Order submitted.
The market is flying. Here comes a reversal on the 2-minute. Wow. Great day, Suzanne. Suzanne just posted in our members area. She started some new evals with Take Profit. This is day 2. And she scored nicely. Great job, Suzanne. Again, been getting some nice moves to the upside. Retirement plan got stopped out.
Order submitted.
I've hit my daily profit goal for my personal accounts for the Apex. So I'm just going to stay in sim.
Order submitted.
And we're going to let the system trade through this news report and see how we wind up. This fast-moving market is usually what Steven really likes. We'll keep an eye on it to see if it starts gaining some traction or not.
Order submitted.
This strategy is leveraging an 8 Unarenko bar. Unarenkos are nice bars in the regard that they filter out all the noise. One of the biggest knocks to Unarenko is it obliterates price action. Right line trading does have a really unique Unarenko bar we call the hybrid Unarenko, where it's a hollowed out candle, and you could see the intra-candle wick to kind of give you an idea of what price action is doing. So we're just waiting for this 10 o'clock report to come out. Great strategy for a trending market, yes. Our YM is in. Let's take a look at the YM. The Haymaker's back. The Haymaker's another one. If that one gets hot, it really runs up the score. $1,500 on the NASDAQ. Nice trade, Rao.
Order submitted.
Something just took off. Steven, I should have known. There's Steven. Trading away. Looking for a reversal. This market wants to push up. So Steven's about break even. Got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes until this report comes out. Took both the kids yesterday to the doctor. My 5-year-old brought home a virus from her kindergarten class, and I got both kids struggling to breathe.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Not to be.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Steven's back in. Minus 400 for Steven. I think this market wants to, it wants to run today. I was looking at the ES to kind of get a longer time frame perspective on what it's been doing lately. And you could see, this is a 60-minute chart. Right after Labor Day, when we came back from the Monday, the market went straight down. There was a big meltdown, big sell-off. And ever since, the last few days, these are 60-minute candles. It's just been a complete chop. There's really no clear direction over the last couple of days on the E-mini.
Order submitted.
All right, we got about 3 minutes. Let's see what happens. The YM is trading away. The YM is a sleeping horse. I've come to learn. It just comes in out of nowhere. At $5 a tick, it's not as volatile as the NQ, but I think it's a little smoother. It's a little more deliberate. It doesn't have all that whipsaw.
Order submitted.
stalking horse. Yeah. Exactly, Mark. It's a stalker. See if the ES pushes through this pivot. All right, 1 minute, 1 minute. Big report coming. If you're in a position, I would close it for a second. Hold off. 1 minute. This is going to be a red folder report, PMI, and we'll get David Wise's perspective on it. I always like to ask him. David Wise is our options trader who is a professional trader. It's all he does. There it goes. He told me that the algos start firing off trades at these news reports.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I just saw an article about OPEC. The YM just now jumped in long. Just that quick.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Let's see if we could catch this to the upside. Nope. The YM is our stalking horse. It's about break even on the session. Just got wicked out. Looks like it's going to continue to go. Let's see what the news was. I see OPEC has an agreement on oil supply. They agreed to delay the October oil output increase. So they're going to delay the output increase. So it's going to still be at a decreased output. So the supply is minimized. So you would think the price would go up. What's been going on with crude oil? Hard to explain. Crude's at $70 a barrel. Let's see what the report was. U.S. services PMI at 51.5%. Services sector expanded for the second consecutive month in August. Manufacturing sector expansion in 6 of the last 8 months in 2024. 48th time in 51 months. Well, that's a positive economic report there. Oh, unemployment claims came out this morning. PMI just now. Natural gas at 10:30. Crude inventory at 11. Crude oil at 11. Well, the market's pushing up. My 60-minute bars. You're right, Raul. What I meant to say is he's a full-time trader. He's a full-time trader. That's all he does. That's his occupation. Looks like that haymaker's setting up on the 30 range. Yep, it's in. Let's see how the haymaker does on this trade. Nice part about this haymaker strategy is even if it pulls in a few losers, you're just one away from greatness. Oh, the ES signal B. Look at this. I missed it today. That's one of my favorite strategies. Another stalking horse, a sleeper. These are some of our most powerful strategies. The ES signal B. That NASDAQ 30 range. Trying to push through. If it does, this could have legs. Here we go.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Retracing back to the 50. ES broke that pivot. Must have broken on the news report. And it's up about $400 right now. And they just came out with this report that OPEC is delaying increasing output. And you see this price jump. It was down into 69.29. It was, I mean, a barrel is so cheap right now. I can't imagine OPEC increasing production at this point when it's $69 a barrel. But, you know, in an election season, Anything's possible. Funny things can happen. But with crude inventory coming out at 11, natural gas at 10:30. I was doing a couple of meeting with a couple of our members, and one of them has a strategy on copper that got into an absolute monster trade yesterday or the day before, one day this week. Copper is HG. She is, Dan. Marcy is no joke. I'll tell you, if the price of crude oil does not go up today, I'm going to be completely confused. That oil inventory report. It's weird. The report comes out at 11, but at 10, they came out with this statement from OPEC, which I think is going to be a giveaway of what's going to happen in this report coming out. Okay, retirement plan just took a reversal. I see my E-minis coming back on me. I'm going to change my ATM strategy on that strategy. Instead of it coming back to break even, I've got to have it come back to +5 and lock in a point, or +4. Here we go. This retirement plan is going to fly right now. Rao, here's your strategy. You were just telling Marcy, keep an eye on the retirement plan. Here it goes. The stop just went to +11. See, that's what I want my ES stop to do. And that's easy to configure with this strategy. If it goes up 10 points, 10 ticks, 2.5, 3 points, lock in a point. Go to break even +1 point. It's heartbreaking to see it go up 400 and change just to come back and give us a break even trade. It just doesn't do that strategy any justice. It's coming right back down to the VWAP. This is about the time I like to ask David Wise what his take on the report.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Here's a short roll on the haymaker. Here we go.
Order submitted.
That's our bread and butter trade right there. 15 below the 50, both red. Our 2-minute is still set up long. So we don't have a multi-time frame alignment on the 2-minute. But market structure-wise on a 30 range, this one's set up beautifully. Bounced right off of that area of support. So David's take, if you're interested, he said the report was a bullish number again. Watch the 50 SMA, the 50 moving average on the SPY, in our case on the ES, and it's coming down to test the 50 EMA right now. He says as long as we hold above, it remains bullish. So as long as we as long as we stay above the 50, he says that the S&P is, in his perspective, in his opinion, is still bullish. Getting a really nice retracement now back to the 50. Watch for a short roll here. We have some downside support, which could be a problem, but it could come back down and retest it. Our gear's going straight up. So we're in the range for a haymaker entry on a swing down. Here we go. Some real selling pressure now. Ooh, look at that crude oil. Look at that crude trade. We've got the crude report. We got natural gas at 10:30, crude oil at 11. Our 2-minute is still set up long. Geez, let me turn down the sensitivity on that pivot. My goodness gracious. Well, we'll leave it where it should be, right at 150. You can see we're in a ranging market, man. Let's get a bigger perspective on the Nasdaq here. Nice move up today. Look at that. It came right to the same exact price on September 4th, yesterday, at 11 a.m. It came right back up to 19,125. And today it came right up and tested that same exact price. You can see it really ranging. It looks just like the ES on that 60-minute chart. Very little difference. So that's those are the market conditions that we're dealing with. That's why we see so many pivots on these charts. Here we go with the haymaker. Now we are set up on the 2-minute and the 30 range for a long trade. Let's see if we get some follow through here. And boom, here we go. Haymaker doing its thing. David Wise called it. This thing bounced right off the VWAP, right off the 50, and is headed back up. Market's been very resilient. We did have that big sell-off right when we came back from Labor Day, but it appears to have found the bottom. Here we go, here we go. It's coming into our profit window. Watch this stop. Squeeze it. A little bit closer. Boom. In our profit window. A little bit further. Don't come back. Come on. Push up just a little more. There you go. Get up there. Get up there. Okay. Bam. Full winner. Full winner for the haymaker. You're always just one trade away with that strategy. And the retirement plan followed suit. The RSI line in my Laguerre broke up through the 20. And going into some heavy resistance. But man, it's in there. Retirement plan could go all the way. I like the long position. It's got some hurdles to jump, that's for sure. It's good. Running through a minefield here. Hey, Toby! I just saw you. Look out for the ZB. Oh, you're right. You are right. Man, that's an exciting instrument. I mean, it moves like molasses, but $30 a tick. We're fighting our way through all of this resistance. Good to see you, Toby. We'll take a look at ZB in a second. Wow, this market's going straight to the moon. Just hit our profit window. Here we go. Retirement plan all the way. It's right on it. Boom. We hit it. Okay. And just like that, let the good times roll. The 20U, yes. You know, I was reading a conversation in our Discord regarding the 20 Unorenko. We've got a really knowledgeable guy, member, and we have all skill levels in our Discord chat. Kurt happens to be a high skill level. He's been trading a $300,000 funded account. Valuation account, and he's using the NQ20U. The NQ20U. Let's go back to what have you done for me lately, and look at the 20U. What have you done for me lately? Anyway, Kurt in our Discord chat has been running up the score on this 20U. This is what it looks like on a time analysis. On the summary, it's up about $1,000. So it has a nice equity curve. If we look at a daily on a cumulative, ooh, a little rough. Headed into the holiday. It took a bit of a drawdown, and now it's coming back, right back up. So that 20 Unorenko continues to do well. It did very well today. He made some minor adjustments to his ATM strategy that really make good sense. Some really great information in Discord. I really enjoy reading everybody's comments. Okay, so we're back up on retirement plan. Haymaker just evened the score. Very exciting. It came back from the dead, and it can do that. My wife's got her hands full with both of the kids home sick. The 20 Unorenko settings, Tim? Good question. Here you go, Tim. It's a 20/60/100, so it's a really big Unorenko candle. It's not a strategy that's going to get faked out much. It's a 20/60/100. I've got mine trading between 10 and 130. If I bring over my Steven chart and I go to my data series and put it on a 20/60/100, it'll give you an idea of the entries that it took. It's a signal C. You can see the long entry right here. There's a it's important to know, there's a 4-bar delay on the entry. So on this reversal, it needs to get 4 full candles to the upside before it enters. And then it enters right at the close of this previous candle. Jumps in and hits our profit target right there. I'm playing it for 120 ticks. The member in our room reduced it to 60. Each one of these bars to the upside is 20 ticks. Unarenko is not a time-based candle. Unarenko is calculated based on ticks. Every new bar to the upside is 20 ticks on a 20 Unarenko. The tick trend is 20 on this particular data series. 20, open offset 60, reversal 100. So it's not going to get faked out. In a confirmed trend, it pulls in 120 ticks right in the meat of this move up, right in the thick of it, for a beautiful winner for $600. It's really a nice strategy. If I go back in time on it, go back to August 1st, YM's back in. Boy, did David Weiss call that bullish move on the S&P. That guy's something else. Here's a little bit of an evolution. This is a strategy that we're still in the process of optimizing. Back in August, it started subpar in the negative. And then in mid-August, it kind of caught some traction. And it's almost at an all-time high now at about 2,500. If we look at the summary, it's up $2,400 trading one contract. And if we do a time analysis on it, you can see historically between 10 and 11:30, it does very well. It takes a half hour off for lunch, and then it comes back at 12 to 12:30 and does well. So that 20 Unarenko is a really nice strategy on the NASDAQ. So we have a really nice variety of not only instruments but time frames that we're trading. We also have let's take a look at our PA template. I was keeping an eye on this. I started trading it earlier, but you can see our PA template the last few weeks. It just really likes that 11:30 to 12:30 window. This is a strategy that once you've passed your evaluation, in order to sustain funding and get some payouts, we reduce the risk significantly. We have a 20-tick initial stop on the NASDAQ, and we're going for 40 ticks of profit. We're not going for huge moves. And we have a 40-tick trailing stop on the NASDAQ. And between 11:30 and 12:30, it's been doing extremely well. Let's take a quick look at bonds, at the ZB. And I tell you, I tried and tried and tried. We wanted to put together a strategy. We got into another reversal now. Let's take a look at this trade. market just wants to keep pushing up. These short entries are failing. It finally got in here on this long entry, and it took off all the way. Now, what's nice is, in a trending market that's only going one way up, in our strategy parameters, we can ensure that it only takes long trades. That is a filter that's available to us. Wow, look at bonds. Holy moly. This is bonds on a 135 Unirenko. And you can see when our market internals kick in. And this is, my goodness. Now I see what you're talking about, Toby. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what the bid-ask spread is. About 207 and 09. Not too bad. But this here, this move up at $30 a tick is a monster. This is a 1 Unirenko. So every bar in the direction of the trend, every new bar is just 1 tick. You got to manage these trades a little tight at $30. Let's add some days to this. Our bias would be a range 5 on a 135 Unirenko. Looks beautiful, Toby. Thanks for showing that to us. The inputs would be a little different than what's currently on here. But you could see where our entries would be on bonds. Really nice. Yeah, going into September with the FOMC lowering interest rates, that could be a really interesting instrument to keep an eye on. You're welcome, Tim. Yeah, I agree. Toby says bonds are going to take off closer to the Fed decisions. Well, here we go again. Another short roll on the NQ 2-minute. These are getting a little painful to watch. Yesterday, I got myself into big trouble on the NQ 2-minute. I moved my stop way out of, and it came all the way up and got me. It's a tremendous mistake. But you always learn a lesson when you make a mistake. You say, "Oh, I'm not going to do that again. That was kind of painful." All right, we're getting closer to crude inventory time.
Order submitted.
Well, now they're both in short. Big counter trend trade on the 2-minute. The 30 range, it's a coin toss trade. The haymaker got pulled into that one. Got wicked out. Here we go with the retirement.
Order submitted.
The S&P's coming right back to retest the 50. All right, we're going to check out this crude inventory report. I always love trading the crude report. It's, oh my goodness. You can see right after Labor Day, the price of oil just came down like a rock.
Order submitted.
It's been trending up today, but we'll see what happens at 11. Looks like the retirement plan is going to give us $55. So our stop went to break even plus 11. And that's where the trade ended, plus 11. I'm going to put a link in the chat box. Tomorrow I'm going to do a little more of an in-depth review of these new updates that are going to be released on the AI Auto Trader. Do a live Q&A. I'm going to put a link if you'd like to join me tomorrow. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Eastern. Unorenco 20, 20, 60, 100. The 20 is the tick trend, 60 is the open offset, and I believe it was 100 was our tick reversal. 20, 60, 100. Now, if you're Jackie, the template is in the Discord chat. If you go into Discord, and I would highly recommend reading Kurt. I forget where, it might be in general chat. Let me find out where it is. I was reading it last night while I was laying in bed. It could be in daily results. He's kind of giving a running commentary over the last 3 or 4 days. Here, Kurt. Anyways, Jackie, under the strategy collaboration on the very bottom channel, a few weeks ago I posted that NQ20U. My goodness, been a lot of participation since then. Here, this is it here. Back on August 27th, I put all of my settings that I'm trading in our Discord chat. Let me see if I can find Kurt's commentary for you. He's a very knowledgeable guy, and he is really a valuable member of our community because over the last 5 days, this is day 5, was yesterday, and it starts with day 1, obviously, but he's doing a $300,000 challenge, and he's using that 20U Unarenko. And if you read, starting from 5 days ago, the whole conversation, there's some great information in there of what's working for him. He tells you where he's putting his stop. He's trading 4 contracts. He's risking 1,200 to make 4,800. He tells you step by step what he's doing. You're funny. So his profit on day 5 was at 9,400. On day 5, he made 3622. Total profit 9,400 over 5 days, trading the 20 Unarenko, 4 contracts, and he tells you exactly what times of the day and exactly what his ATM strategy was. That's very valuable information. If you're a member of our Discord, please read that. That's really the value of being a member of that community, is learning what's working for other people. S&P's testing that 50. You did it in 10 days, Rao? What took you so long? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Congratulations. That's really hard to do, man. That's a great job. Because they don't give you, with a 50,000 account, you can lose, it's a little tighter. You can lose 2,500, but all you need to do is make 3,000. With a $300,000 account, I think it's around, you got $6,500 to play with, wiggle room. But you need to make 14,000 or 12,000. I forget what the exact numbers are, but there's a bigger disparity between the trailing drawdown and your profit goal. Oh, we're getting a meltdown big time on the NASDAQ. I like to do capital preservation. I hit my profit goal. So as tempting as it is to jump in on a short trade, I'm not going to do it. I love the long position on crude. It's just a gut feeling. It's worthless, but it's been trending up all morning. And with OPEC's announcement that they're delaying the increase in production, I just can't see crude going any other way but up. But maybe the inventory report will tell a different story. Who knows? No, that's a really hard challenge, Rao. You're a really great trader. If you were able to pass that in 10 days, really, that's a significant accomplishment. I hear some positions firing off. We're in long on crude. Our Signal B bot and drone are in. Let's take a look at that trade. Oh, we're taking a look at it. Now it's retracing. Those Signal Bs sometimes get in a little late to the party. We get this retracement back to the 50 and a continuation up into the trend, a little tighter to that 50. But you never know. This thing could go right up to the moon. The S&P is breaking the 50. $4,000 contracts a minute. There's an increase in volume, a volume spike. Now we're below the VWAP. And we just broke the 50. I'm referring to this chart up here. We're getting the retracement now. Getting a nice retracement here, back to the 50 on crude. Look at this, almost 8,500 contracts a minute on the ES. They're selling off the S&P in a big way right now. It just moves like a Mack truck. It's very slow and deliberate. Kind of like bonds. Oh my goodness, have you ever traded bonds? You need to have patience like David Kushner. It's a slow mover. Okay, we're getting a nice retracement on crude. Sim Robert retirement. If you've been joining me, you see that strategy up there quite frequently. Robert, another member of our community, is a professional in this niche. He's a full-time trader. He's also an expert at strategy optimization. Loves our strategy. Shares with our members his optimizations. Here's Sim Robert retirement plan. We got a really nice window here between 10 and 11:30. That does extremely well. That strategy is also available in our Discord chat. Optimization is very important. This new technology, why we're so excited, is this dynamically changing trading hours. That we could do a 30, 60, 90, 180-day look back with this closed loop system. It can analyze just an enormous amount of data through this AI closed loop system that just does not make mistakes and gives you, spits out the best times to trade. Yeah, it could be very time consuming also, Rao. It's not a simple 1, 2, 3 process. The way he does it, man, he's really good. He uses, NinjaTrader's strategy analyzer, but he uses the optimization version. The optimization version allows you to put in 5 different variables on each instance, on every test you run, with the strategy inputs having a variety of different, variables, as many as 5 at once, I believe it was. And he's able to, in a pretty small amount of time, he's able to really hone in on when to trade it and what inputs to put in the parameters. Interestingly enough, he starts with the data series, the bar type, very important. Trade management next. All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the crude report. We got our RSI line, I believe, right where we want it. We've got it down below the 20. Retracing back to the 50 and an uptrending market. That's not to say that after the report it's not going to crash down, but I have a feeling it's going to shoot up. But we will see. And I think our one-day pass on crude is no longer at 11. Our one-day pass on the NASDAQ 30 range is at 11:30. The NASDAQ 20U gave back one. See what trades this strategy took to go way back. Yeah, it's still doing this line change exit. Keep an eye on that one for this report. We'll watch the black gold. The black gold is a signal A entry. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Got a beautiful retracement right back to the 50. Sometimes timing is everything. Oh, Marcy, you're so sweet. I love Marcy. No, but really, we appreciate having you as a member of our community. Really, you're an inspiration to everybody. Mostly everybody I talk to always mentions you, and you're a real inspiration to a lot of people, Marcy.
Order submitted.
Here we go. 11 a.m. The report has been released. You know, we missed a long entry. I don't get it. Oh, we're right into that pivot. It won't. It'll filter out the trade if we go right up into a pivot. Our Laguerre is locked long now. Let's see what happens here. Sometimes there's a delayed reaction with these reports on crude oil. I got our MACD down below. Our Laguerre is pinned to the upside. Big spike in volume, big sell-off on the NASDAQ. Let's see the E-mini. Oh my goodness. The E-mini. Man, once it broke that 50 and that VWAP, 10,000 contracts a minute. They're selling off the S&P. It's headed right into support now. Oh my goodness. Gold is in short. We're getting a big meltdown here. Get a retracement back up to the 50 and a continuation short on this NASDAQ. The retirement plan is going to go to sleep until it retraces. Oh, we got a big move down.
Order submitted.
Okay, we're getting a retracement on the NASDAQ. See? I figure crude to go up and it goes down. If you just do opposite of what you think,
Order submitted.
good volume on crude, 1,100 contracts a minute. We're still in gold. Excuse me for just 1 second. That's my daughter's school saying she's not in school. Thank you, Marcy. Well, we're going to go to 11:15. I'm going to pull up the webinar for tomorrow. Capital preservation. If you read Kurt in the Discord, he has a clearly defined profit target, and when he reaches it, he's not going to take another trade. He's done. Here we go. Here we go on gold. We could catch a long trade on the retirement plan right here. It's setting up. Well, let's get this monster on gold. Risking 15 to make 90. We got a 15 tick trailer. So if it goes up 150, we're at break even. We're at break even plus 1, plus 2. Let the good times roll now. Gold is up at insane prices. Excuse me for just a second. Sorry about that. I'm getting the invitation link, the registration link. Can't believe it's Friday. Tomorrow's already Friday. It's a shortened week. Here goes gold. Here goes gold. Got those crosses. Got those crosses.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
If at all possible tomorrow, if you're going to be available tomorrow, don't miss the live stream. The live stream, it's Miller time. Friday Fun Day. Mark Miller, the owner of Right Line Trading, great guy to work for him. Been blessed. Not only with a beautiful family, but a great employer. He's going to be trading tomorrow. And he is exciting to watch. Holy moly. Here we go. Retirement plans in. Haymakers in. Let's go. We got a clear shot right to our profit target here. The only thing in the way are these EMAs, these moving averages on my 2 minute. It took a big plunge down, and now it's retracing. System picked up on it.
Order submitted.
Gold's maturing nicely to the downside. All right, we got that bump. Got a very small winner on it. Gold's giving us some heat. Okay, let me put this in the chat box. Oh, you are the best. I will, Marcy. Last night I felt terrible that I didn't call without. I know we had an appointment to talk, and I got stuck at the doctor. Oh my God, you should see that doctor's office. Let me tell you, they got a virus going around. The school kids, the pediatrician's office was packed, loaded with kids. So crude oil that I could have sworn was going to go long is now in a nice trade to the downside. Oh, that's not crude oil. That's the Dow. Excuse me. The Dow's been trading away all day. So Friday, 1 o'clock. Tomorrow's a big day. We got Mark Miller will be on YouTube Live. I like to call it prop trading on steroids. Oh, my Sim Robert pulled in a loser. Ooh, here we go on the YM. YM's been moving nicely today. Coming right into support, though. See if it could break. Tried. Boy, it tried to run right through it, didn't it? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man, this one has some running room. Broke right through. It's going to pop up. Nope. This is our sleeping horse. Who was that earlier? Mark Long. Mark Long. The stalking horse, Mark. The stalking horse. Yes. The YM. What have you done for me lately? Let's take a look. The Dow Diamond. The Dow Diamond. What have you done for me lately, Dow Diamond? Between 10:30 and 11:30. We're right in its window. It makes the most money between 11 and 11:30. And that trade was a perfect example. Taken between 11 and 11:30. That's why this time optimization is going to be so crucial. Beautiful, beautiful green bar. And it went and it hit a full winner. Okay, here we go. Come on, Haymaker. I always pull for this strategy. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of addictive. It just needs a little room. Didn't get it there. I want to reset my... it's 11:15. I like to go to 11:30. I'd like to reset my smart stops. I don't think I did it any favors trading at pre-market. I was looking at the smart stop on the pattern recognition, and really where it does the best, you could see, is right in this window that we're coming into now. 10:30 to 11, 11:30 to 12:30 does really good. Recently, the last few weeks, the other times of the day, doesn't pay off to trade it. Same thing with this other smart stop. So you can see we got a huge profit window here between 10:30 and 12:30. After the market settled down, after the market's open for a full hour, it starts doing very well. These bars are up at 1600, 1609, 872, about $4,000. Subtract 674, about $3,400 between 10:30 and 12 over the last 2 weeks. I'll send it to you, Marcy.
Order submitted.
Haymaker's back in. Big candle. Big bearish candles. Running just under 600 contracts a minute. I'd like to see it up at about 2,000 or 3,000. You got to put your hard hat, your helmet, and goggles on, and the Nasdaq's just flying around the track like a Maserati. All right, no follow through on that one. Going to have to start maybe staying later. I'll tell you, the some of these strategies are just getting ready to get started. You know, some of our best strategies start going at 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30. I've got some red hot ones. We've got our smart stop strategies that kick in at 11:30 to 12:30. We've got our PA 50,000 PA account. Holy moly! Look what this one does at between 11:30 and 12:30. This one's getting ready to kick in and go to town. But come join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and we'll go through all the numbers. We'll crunch the numbers. We'll have a live question and answer session. I put the registration link in the chat box, and we'll go over the best strategies. Let's see whatever happened to oil, out of curiosity. Everything else is melting away. It might flash for just a second. The report was a dud. Nothing very exciting to show. I had a nice trade on gold. YM looked good today. Of course, Julie. Did you send us a friend request? I'm really sorry to hear that. My goodness. I assure you it's an oversight. If you send us a friend request in Discord, and Discord is our community of traders that is for members. Members only. We put our software, our templates, everything is in there. So in order to have access to Discord, you do have to be a member. So Julie, if you have Discord, if you send us a friend request, our username is Rightline Trading. All together, one word, all lowercase. If you sent me a friend request, please tell me what your username is. Charles sent a request. I did like 3 times with Charles. Let me take a look. I'm really sorry.
Order submitted.
Julie, can you tell me what your username is in Discord? Thank you. I don't see you there. I don't see the request.
Order submitted.
Can you please send me another friend request? I don't see it here, Julie. I'm really sorry about this. But we didn't receive it. Okay, Dan. I did like 3 times with Charles. Oh my goodness. Let me send you a friend request. JOHKIM. Just sent another one?
Order submitted.
I just don't have any message from you. Direct messages. It's Right Line Trading, all lowercase, all one word. RIGHTLINE Trading. Hey, look what just jumped in. The signal B on the ES. Pushing lower and lower. I think David Wise is going to have a change of opinion. This thing is headed lower. I love this signal B strategy. When it does this, you got to take a point of profit. You can't let it come back all the way on you. It's a hard trade to manage on a 5-minute bar. JOHKIMM. JOHKIM. 5334. That's not the. It's telling me that's not the right username when I try to send you something. I'm going to send you an email. Oop, sorry about that. I just sent you an email, Julie. Let me know if you get that. Ah, I think that must have been you. JK just landed. JK. Oh, okay. Now I got you. Now I found you. Now you should be in. I'm going to... It's showing up as JK. You are all set. Sorry about. I really apologize about that.
Order submitted.
Listen, we are in it to win it on this ES 5 minute. I'm going to let this trade play out, and then we'll wrap it up. This is one of my favorite strategies. This ES 5 minute, when it finds a direction,
Order submitted.
good things happen. Our CL bot and drone are both in short. $11:30. Here we go. The NQ 1 day pass is going to kick in too. While I'm here. And our 50,000 PA account. This is the prime time to trade it. Let's see if the ES can find its way to that profit target. Really pushing down hard now. Big sell-off. I'm afraid to look at my Thinkorswim app. Crude has a monster on short. Absolute monster. I'm going to pin it right to my 15. Attach it to an indicator, properties, and I'm going to go right to my modified fast. And when I'm up 300-400, I like to give it that momentum-based trailing stop. And it takes the discretion out of it. And it gives it room to run. Now, this ES is coming back on us now. Okay, the ES trade took us out. At least we did get a point of profit on that one. This crude trade is maturing very nicely.
Order submitted.
Retirement plan just jumped on this reversal. The 30 range is set up long. Price is right where our 15 EMA is on the 2-minute chart. Right here. It's a little hard to see it. Our 50,000 one-day pass, you can see my 11:30 window. 11:30 to 12. I've got $5,000 in winning trades. So we're right in that window now. I've got the one-day pass account on my chart trader. So if it does take a trade, we will see the trade in real time on the chart. You'll see the stop and profit target. That's a very common question our members ask: is how do I see the trade on the chart? The way you see the trade on the chart is you're in your chart trader, the account that's on your account and your chart trader. This is your chart trader, has to match what's running in the strategy and be on the same instrument. As long as it's on the same instrument and it's the same account that's running in your strategy, you'll see it on your chart. Here we go. We might get this pop long. Oh, we're right into that area, though. It's going to filter it out. Let's see what happens. The trade got filtered out. That long trade on the NASDAQ on our one-day pass got filtered out because we were headed right up into that area of resistance. Now, the bot took profits on crude oil. The bot took profits. The drone is still in the trade. The drone has a very wide width. It wants to see the full range of the market. Here we go. The one-day pass is in. This looks a lot like yesterday. Let's see how it does. It bounced right off that pivot for a stop out. But listen, this crude trade is could be the trade of the day. So the drone told the bot, because of the previous range of the market, where to put the profit target. The bot took profits. The drone is still in the trade to see how wide the range is, and it's going to share that information with the bot. And the bot will dynamically change the position of its stop and profit targets based on that information. So my bot came right up on top of my leaderboard. That Signal B bot took a $500 winner. closer to a $600 winner. So a beautiful trade.
Order submitted.
My Apex account, yesterday I did fail the evaluation yesterday, but I still had two more accounts, and today I did pretty well on them. Today I'm up 505 on one and 450 on the other. Yesterday I took the two one-day passes and on the NASDAQ, and they failed. Today is a new day, and we started the session off with a really nice trade on the Haymaker. Took about a $500 profit across two accounts, and then I just turned it off. So both Apex accounts are up right around the $500 mark for today. So I just want to thank everybody one last time for joining me today. If you like the video, if you enjoy our trades, please like the video on YouTube. Helps us out, gives us a little traction. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday. Mark Miller, it's Miller time. Make sure you join us. Prop Trading on Steroids tomorrow morning at 9:30. And at 1 o'clock, I put a link in the chat box. Come join me for my live webinar. I'm going to go over the nuts and bolts of the system, highlight the best strategies, most powerful strategies, and I'm also going to discuss some of the new AI integrations that are being updated and integrated into our system. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you have a blessed. Oh, Ed, I was just trading it in Sim today. No, it took an $1,800 loser today. I don't believe it was a blowout. I didn't personally trade it. I was showing it, took the trade. Let me just clarify what happened. Let me go back to that account. The NQ on the 30 range, our one-day pass template starts trading at at 11:30. I personally didn't have it on my live account today, so I traded it in Sim just to show the trade, and it did take a loser at 18:30. So I don't think it would have blown the account. I think you might have one more shot at it. Depends what the unrealized profits were. But it did fail today on the NASDAQ 50,000. I hope that answers your question. I did not fail my Apex today, though, Ed. The Sim account, just for demonstration purposes, I wanted to show it because it has been doing really well lately. But personally, I did not lose my Apex today. The account did take a loser in the Sim account. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Stapleton. Have a blessed day, my friend. Again, have a great day. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. Enjoy the rest of your day. For me, it's lunchtime. My stomach's talking to me. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, now the retirement plan jumped in. Well, you'll be able to see on your charts how it does. The retirement plan, which is our 2-minute NASDAQ strategy, just took a nice trade in the direction of the trend, and it went short. So keep an eye on that on your charts, and you know how it did. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.